Formula One here. Today we'll be taking a look at a tropical update for the Pacific and even the Gulf of Mexico's got to watch for a potential tropical disturbance. Now let's go ahead and get started with what's going on right now. We got let's see here. Let's actually go here first. So we got post-tropical cyclone Barbara. Right now it's got winds at 40 miles an hour. It is moving west at 17 miles an hour. We got a tropical storm, Cosby, just behind that. It's 50 miles an hour. It's moving pretty slow as well. For that, if we actually go to the Atlantic, we actually got stuff going on in western Kentucky, northern Mississippi, and western Tennessee, where we got a weak low pressure or a trough or whatever. Right now, the formation for chance for the 48 hours is right now 0% happening, but the next 5 days there's a 20%. We'll take a look into that in just a moment, but let's first take a look into the Pacific. So Hawaii's got two storms to watch here. So this is based off the Euro's suggestion here. And you can see Cosby is not really that successful at this point. It's giving it staying as tropical storm. Here's Barbara staying at tropical storm. If we go and move to 7 a.m. on Monday, the winds start to get a little bit gusty at Hawaii, at least between the islands. Still a tropical storm that it's forecasting. You can see here the winds start to increase a little bit. Saying a tropical storm with 45 miles an hour. If you look at Cosby, it's not really that successful. It's right now as a tropical depression at that point. And then it starts to move. It starts to increase too a little bit. So maybe potential 50 mile an hour winds there. So let's go ahead and go at Cosby. Seems like it's not going to have no threat to land. So your low pressure is right now somewhere in western Tennessee at this point. Now keep in mind the waters in the Gulf of Mexico. There's areas in the Gulf of Mexico that has water temperatures in the 90s and upper 80s. So very favorable. There's even no shear over there. Low ocean heat content there as well. That could be something to probably prevent for this thing to form, but so here's your low pressure. I think at this point this is going to be in Alabama. Move it to Sunday. You know what? You can't really find it. It's actually hard to see, but it's actually right here on the Alabama-Georgia state line. Let's go to 3 a.m. Start to go into Florida. Looks like your low pressure could be somewhere there. Here's 10. Starts to move south. Go to 6 on Tuesday. Here's your low pressure. It's right now just north of Tampa at this point. You can tell it is right there where my mouse is right now. Starts to push south. Then it starts to gain strength here. This is where we need to keep an eye. There's water. Temperatures 90 degrees right here in the Florida west coast. Getting winds gusting up to about 30 miles an hour. So at this point, this will be a tropical depression for Tampa. Let's go to 9. It starts to gain strength fairly quickly now. We're already up to tropical storm strength. There, it seems like it kind of stays stationary a little bit. The backside is starting to get some winds. So at this point, this is a tropical storm. 55 miles an hour. Here's 11. It really starts to get larger, but still a tropical storm here. Here's 6 a.m. We're starting to get to nearing Category 1 wind, 65 miles an hour. Here's Friday. 68. Here's 4 a.m. And at this point, I think this is Cat 1 right here. And here we go. It hits New Orleans, 83, 90 miles an hour. Let's go to 12 a.m. It even stays its strength as it goes over land, which is actually kind of surprising. It's at 90 miles an hour in Mississippi. We're going to see about that. It starts to move north. Still a very strong low. And this is a potential severe weather event here as well, folks. We got to watch this very closely. Here's 5 a.m. Then it starts to hit Kentucky as a tropical storm. So we really got to keep an eye on this one here, folks. I know there's areas in the Ohio Valley that's been getting a lot of rain earlier this year. We don't need much of any more rain. We'll see what the GFS suggestion is. This is a system we're going to really keep an eye on. I think we start off with Tuesday. Let me see. I can find it again. Yeah, here it is. It's right there. Let's look at the GFS suggestion here. Doesn't really show it, but it does show a little bit of low pressure there. Let's go to 12 a.m. Seems like it still sticks around over here. Let's go to 10 o'clock. Seems like it kind of dissipates at this point. Thursday, Friday. So it's not really showing it. Oh, wait, here it is. It's actually right in here. You can see it is right in southern Alabama. Here's 6 a.m. and then it starts to push up north. So basically, this is kind of a questioning event. That's why the percentage is low at this point. So what the GFS suggestion is want to stay on land, but it can go to the coast here, get some strength out of it, with winds about 30 miles an hour. So what the GFS suggestion is, this can be a tropical depression. What the Euro suggestion is, this could be a Category 1 hurricane or a Category 2. And the surprising thing about the Euro is it really keeps on going into way into the mountains. And this is concerning because this is a pretty good severe weather event, especially on land. I don't know if I can take this or not, but you can see here, Nashville, Tennessee, wind gusts 63 miles an hour. That is pretty ridiculous here. So we got to keep an eye on this. Really, anywhere on the east side of this, like Nashville, Huntsville, Birmingham, Montgomery, Mobile, even Atlanta, Knoxville, even Lexington, those cities got watched for the potential for severe weather. Even Tallahassee has a threat as well. Even Albany. I don't know if I'm buying this or not. It's honestly kind of surprising, in my opinion, that the Euro suggestion it's gonna keep its strength at 90 miles an hour in middle of land, and even though it struck land as a Category 1 or 2. How much rain is this suggesting? That's a good question. Let's see here. Wow, look at this. Severe weather. Really had to watch this here. Big time. So let's look at rain accumulations in the next 10 days. As you can see here, like Mobile, you can see rainfall total is 7 inches of rain, which is a lot of rain. If we continue, if I can move this. There we go. Birmingham, 2 inches. Grenade, 4.5. Jackson, nearly 5. We go up north. Nashville, nearly 3 inches. Lexington, about 2 inches. Louisville, 1.5. What's the GFS suggestion on this one? Well, basically it wants to stick around here, but does give a flash flooding threat on the near Tallahassee with 8 inches of rain. So a lot of things to watch here. Now, we're just going to see that is a lot of rain too. About 13 inches of rain that is tons and tons of rain. And I forgot to pull up something. I'm wondering if they have this going here or not. Let's look at current storms. Cosme. Let's go back to this here. So the track is going to say a tropical storm. Here's some model suggestions. It's going to say it's tropical storm, which is good news there. Its track is going to say offland. So Cosme, it's not really going to be much of anything to deal with. You can tell here's Barbara. It's going to keep it as tropical depression here. It's still a tropical storm at this point. Alrighty. So here's where it is right now. So this is the track here. I'm going to do this in the red here. So really, anybody in these areas right in here has got to really watch this storm here of where it's going to go. Now, the best chance by model agreement, I'm going to do this in the dark blue. Right in here. It's really the best agreement with some where the tropical storm can go. But the red, that's the possibility area in there. The Euro suggestion here, I'm going to put this in the red. So the Euro suggestion wants to take it down this way and cut back like that. Kind of do it like in a loop. The GFS suggestion, we're going to do it in the black. It's going to do it right about here. Basically. So this is going to be kind of confusing. Seems like the best track we know is going to be in here. So yeah, a lot of things to talk about into this. This is definitely something to watch here. So yeah, this is all I got for you guys today. Hopefully you enjoy this Tropics update. I don't even know what I'm going to call this. If you did like this video, hit that like button. If you really like my channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so you never miss an upload. If you have any questions about this, go ahead and put in the comment section down below. I will answer your all's questions. I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.